What are we?
Harumph. That's normally how we start it. Harumph.
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 The grimace. All right, hold on. Yum. Back on the podcast. Man, this week's been so crazy for Grimmace. He's been everywhere from Us Weekly to the battlefields of Kiev. And Grimmace, a lot of people don't know. I know you saw this. Mm-hmm. This was on Facebook Marketplace. I saw this last night, like 6 or 7 a.m. I was up, just zooted, working on my screenplay. And this is fucking nuts, man. So Grimmace was invited by the prince to help buffer a deal trading Brittany Griner with Russia. So I don't know who the fuck signed off on this, but so Grimmace, I guess he got really focused on the swap aspect. Like he kept thinking like, oh, like I'll do big swap. Nice, this will work great. We get Brittany, they get like a prize. He kept saying a prize, not a prize. They want
a prisoner.
They want a Russian prisoner.
Yeah.
You go, boo! Just like I'll show them a prize. So Grimmace, he shows up Putin's front porch. He's wearing this tiny little number. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He's wearing this tasty little dress.
Yeah. What's it? What's the color?
It was Armani. It was Armani gold.
God.
So he
Gold
kind of
Armani.
He looked like Shel Silverstein or something. You know, Shel Silverstein used to wear.
Yeah, his iconic Armani dress.
Famous poet Shel Silverstein. Grimmace shows up and he's got this. We're just champions of human rights. Grimmace, he's got this old hamper.
Is for Brittany.
He's got this old hamper full of nightgowns and Seroquel. So he's like, and I won't lie to you, Brittany Griner unfortunately was executed. So, yikes.
Casey.
What? It's literally what happened. You saw this in Us Weekly.
I thought it was on Facebook Marketplace.
You said that. I don't even have a Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail for posting all those memes about
Brittany Griner being executed.
That was about Vern Troyer in a pair of roller skates or whatever. You saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a whole thing. Well, that's crazy, man.
That's so fucked up. And I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Secretary of Defense or something.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I look up Brittany Griner every morning too, so I don't know what happened.
Well, she's been around. She's good.
She's not around anymore, unfortunately. She was executed by the head of the Kremlin, and
Jesus.
But fortunately, Grimmace just got off with a slap on the wrist, and he's been back playing.
Why is that? Is he in Putin's pocket?
Yeah, I think he's in Putin's pocket. It's the title of my memoir, actually. Putin's pocket and Other Devious Tales, the caseyrocket story. Damn.
Putin's pocket. Wink.
Anyways, it's all this like socio-political, like Doctors Without Borders, economicals type of stuff, where it gets so hairy the deeper you go. Ugh. Just this crazy stuff. You got to read about it sometime.
Yeah, I think I saw the title of the article and I was like, this is too heavy, you know.
What was the title again?
10 a.m. It's like Grimmace versus Putin in a ring match featuring Brittany Griner. And I was like, this is too much for 10 a.m.
That's a long title too. I don't think
it's not very economical with the word.
Well, I think that's why people don't really know about it. It's, you know, and then there's a subtitle that was like, you know,
subtitle too.
Yeah, it is like, you know, oh, Brittany hates her mom, but she loves weed and she loves to play basketball. Yeah. She wishes she was Kobe Bryant because she wants to be dead.
Damn.
I know, it was a crazy.
Who wrote
subtitle.
that? BuzzFeed?
Someone at Axios.
Axiom? The cult?
No,
it's like a deodorant, I think.
You're thinking of Axe body spray.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure there's a news company named.
You're thinking of Nexium.
It was the Nexium cult. Yeah.
Oh.
They broke the story. They broke the news.
And they broke our hearts because I trusted those guys.
Quite
And they,
frankly.
They broke into our houses, and was that just me? I don't know. they took everything I owned, and I don't have anywhere to go now.
All your cotton ball clouds.
Yep, they're not. Oh,
now you can start rebuilding. From the rubble comes the phoenix.
I'm just gonna eat my pear. That's how I survive.
Have you seen Reier? Reier's looking super fucking strong lately. That pear just yokes your ass
There's
up.
a lot of that's a protein heavy pear.
Dude, I was about to eat it until you said it had been like 10 days or something. I was about to eat that pear.
No, it's just not ready
it
yet.
needs.
It's not rotting. It's on the other side. It's underripe. I think that's why. I think they send them to you underripe so that they'll get ripe in the cardboard box. So I heard. Casey, did you hear about this?
I don't know yet.
I heard that Grimmace, this little stinker,
Oh my god.
he went to the IKEA in Madison, Wisconsin, and he had a box full of jarred pasta sauce.
Okay.
What kind?
A few pestos, some Alfredos,
That sounds delicious.
but a couple of expired cans of tomatoes,
God.
and definitely some garlic. And so
Oh, my mouth's watering. Oh, that sounds so
I
good.
know, but the thing is, he started like going up to customers, like after they bought something, he would go up to their stuff and he would just dump a jar of pasta sauce on all their stuff. And IKEA was like, and then he would run away.
Well, and that makes it's fine up until then.
Well, he has an invisibility cloak.
If he would
so-
own up to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
people would forgive
If
him.
he would even ask, I would say yeah. I would say go ahead.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Well, and it, of course, like everyone wants their couch to smell like pesto sauce, but he was wearing his invisibility cloak, so nobody could see him. So all the employees, so all the people at IKEA are like, "Oh my God, there's fucking spaghetti sauce all over my Svedkin headboard," and they try to return it, and then the people at IKEA are like, "We looked at the security cameras, we didn't see anyone there. You did this." Yeah. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I think there's like a civil court case, like a small claims kind of thing.
It's all up in the air.
against Grimmace Marie Jones. So
Grimace Marie Sharapova Jones. That's so crazy. He named
Yeah.
himself that.
yeah,
That's brutal. So it just looked like a big old floating jar of pesto.
Yeah.
And they totally victim blamed. They were like, no one could have done it but you. Like you
Yeah.
telekinetically like did this. Like, I swear to God, I just came here to get the couch. They're like, no, you did not.
yeah. Well, he was wearing. So he had an invisibility cloak on, but he also had these fake prosthetic arms. So in the video, it would look like their actual arm dumping the sauce.
Oh.
Well, and
Pretty
did
fool-
he
I mean, yeah, pretty foolproof.
That's
did he
elaborate.
change it? Did he go for one race or how was he?
Well, there's
Did he change periodically?
he would only do it to white people.
Yeah, you know what? And
Yeah. Look at
now
that.
it's not even bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's just an ally at this point.
Yeah.
So
God bless him.
pretty crazy.
He's in. We've talked about this. He's into pranks just for prank's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Like he honestly he hates it when people laugh. He'll go, "This is not a joke."
Yeah, and what's he gonna get from that? You know?
Yeah.
It's purely for the love of the prank.
Yeah, he's a prank. I read when he was in high school, right? Wasn't he voted most likely to prank?
Yeah, he was.
He was voted most likely to be
MLP.
an impractical joker. Yeah. This isn't like 1998, so that didn't even make sense yet.
Yeah,
Nuts.
I mean, he had been. Yeah, he really graduated very late. Grimmace,
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
40.
45,
Yeah,
50.
45, 50.
Yeah, he's got a really small brain because he's like,
He's got a great body though.
yeah, he's got a great body. He's kind of a meathead.
He's the real pear.
No ears. He doesn't have ears. Can't hear anything.
He literally looked like a pear.
Does he
He
speak?
actually does. Does he skate?
No, does he speak?
You guys know if this fucker skates at all?
But does he skate? Is what I'm wondering.
Are you asking if he's a skater boy, dude?
See,
Does this answer your fucking question? Come on, dude.
Oh, I know now.
Pretty sweet. You know he looked good doing it too. You didn't like it that much. All right, we'll timestamp that. We'll edit out the skateboarding part. Kat did not approve.
No, I liked it. I just didn't think it was funny. But
Yikes. Edit out the first. Edit out the next 30 minutes.
edit out everything Kat says. No, he speaks, but he just says stuff like it's unintelligible to the average human.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only dogs can understand it. So
It's at a different frequency.
yeah.
Wow.
It'll make the average person shit their pants if he talks within like 100 yards of you. It's like the decimals are fucking low.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and you learn new things. I worked at McDonald's for a long time, and so I saw a lot of Grimmace.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all over the walls, and he was just watching us all the time.
Yeah. So you saw a lot of people shit their pants at that McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know if it was related though, but I definitely saw.
Related.
Oh, people shit their pants at McDonald's once a week, maybe.
Was that pretty traumatic working at a McDonald's?
Oh yeah, but it was also fun. Like I used to sleep in the the PlayPlace, like in the slide, and that's why I would look at Grimmace on the wall all the time because I would just sleep there and I'd be like, I'm gonna go clean, and they'd be like, well, you have 20 minutes. I'd be like, okay, but then they would never remember because I'm really forgettable, you know. And I'd still get paid, you know.
And you just go take a nap in the fucking tube.
Oh yeah, in the tube. That's where.
Would you cause a backup of kids like trying to slide maybe like against your body like your Snorlax?
No, Snorlax. I'd shut it down.
He used to shut
Slide out of order.
down.
No, I'd close up the whole thing. There'd be parents like knocking, like we want our kids to come in. I'd be like, I'm not. It's not ready.
PlayPlace is closed.
Not my problem.
Toxic fumes. Can't come in.
I'm cleaning in here. Yeah, it wasn't.
That's
good.
funny.
Dude,
McDonald's.
and that reminds me of Hollywood. You heard about this.
Yeah.
Hollywood famously is a place of second chances. So Grimmace gets a call earlier this week from A24
Whoa.
production studio. And they go, we know you've been through a lot. We know you're sober. We know you're clean. We want to work with you. We want to work with the best. So he gets hired on to edit the next phase 4 of the Marvel movies. Wow. When he was younger, he was called the Wonderkind of editing. He was one of the most prolific video editors, software developers. It was him and John McAfee were head to head for a while.
John McAfee's out of the picture now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you...
What happened to him? Oh.
Let's just say he was the virus.
Yeah.
That's...
And we're all infected. So...
No, we'll talk about it later.
Fucking this bastard calls Grimmace up. Trying to take advantage of his fucking nimble ass fingies. So we go, hey, I'll give you 100 quid. He refuses to, he will not use American money. It's either euros or quid or De Niro. Well, he loved De Niro's.
Frisbees of uranium ore.
Loves uranium ore for eating and for teaching valuable lessons. So he's like, all right, I'll take the job. I'm not doing anything. That's how gross.
I'm not doing anything.
All right, I'm not busy this summer. Yeah, so.
Wait, that's what Grimmace said?
It's sometimes, yeah.
But this seems to contradict what we said before.
That's what some people think.
Yeah.
This is conjecture.
It's kind of like nobody really knows what God said.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's like Grimmace is religion.
Yeah. It's like the Bible. It's just like the Bible. That's kind of what we're writing here.
The Grimm Bible.
That's beautiful.
The Brothers Grimm.
Yeah.
And
nice.
thank you. And thanks. And so so he gets hired. He gets this lucrative ass fucking bitch ass contract ass. And so he's like, all right. So they put him in this halfway house. Right, he just got out of the pen. And sure enough, next day, what does this fucker do? He jumps bail. He goes to Portland and he starts a forest fire.
Oh.
I know.
Why Portland?
I don't know. It's something about the lush greenery of like the Pacific Northwest that made him really upset. Plus, he thinks Bigfoots are fucking wicked sexy. So he wanted to scare a couple out of the woods to kiss. So brutal to think about.
How did he light the fire? Does he own a lighter?
He very much. Oh, I thought you said, how did he like it? I was like, oh, he really liked it.
I thought you said that.
He
He loves arson. Yeah,
Honestly,
he's a big fan of arson.
He liked it a lot.
Does he do it a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. He
Big-
loves shit like that. Fuck yeah.
Big arson guy. His middle name is Arson.
Was that a recent addition?
It's Grimmace, Marie Sharapova, Arson,
Jones.
Norm McDonald Jones.
Oh, this seems to be growing as we speak.
No, you can't say stuff like that, right? You can't say stuff like that.
The Discord server is gonna tear you apart. Dude. Every morning he flips a deck of tarot cards and then he bases his new name on that, so it changes like day to day.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he believe in like higher? Tarot cards is like witchcraft, and is he into witchcraft?
He's big into witchcraft.
Esoteria, Crowley, sex magic. He's into all kinds of fucking devious ass shit like that. Like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Like he's super into shit like that. Like deep cut esoteria.
Yeah, and I mean anything craft related.
What do you?
Anything,
See, he's making
arts and
birdhouse.
crafts, macaroni,
craft
loves
dinner.
that. Witchcraft.
That's why he likes the
Lovecraft.
arson.
Yeah, Lovecraft.
Daft Punk.
And Richard
Close.
Kraft. I think he's a serial killer, right?
Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's been all over the place, man. He fucking got spotted punching Macaulay Culkin in the rib cage last weekend.
Damn, again?
Yeah, I was at this Pride Parade in Des Moines.
In December,
And,
there was a
and why was Macaulay there?
I don't know, and more importantly, why was Grimmace there? Well, I guess he's bi-curious, but Grimmace was leading. He was on top of this awesome float that looked like a fucking big pina colada. It's
Oh, I thought you were going to say
sexy.
something else.
Like a big peener.
Yeah.
Like a bean learn.
Wee wee.
No, but Macaulay Culkin was just walking by. He wasn't even involved, and Grimmace dropped down. And fucking, oh my God.
Like that?
The footage was, do it again. It was close to that. Yeah.
like a punching bag.
Oh,
Yeah, it was-
brutal, dude.
God,
He's
I hate
like,
to-
I've been doing Tybo. I get it.
well, he was a boxer professionally.
Grimace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch him as a kid. I'd be like, oh, he's
Yeah.
going against, Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, all the Thai Mike, all the similar names. I think he went against Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Grimace. Well, what's his wrestling name again?
Grimace's?
Yeah.
El Compadre de Matador.
Yeah, the famous El Compadre de Matador versus Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Is he Hispanic?
No.
No, but he wore a lucha mask,
Yeah.
and he had the blessing of an old abuela, so it wasn't even racist or anything. It was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it okay, I think.
Yeah. That's what we say.
Abuela knows best. That's what we always say.
This episode is sponsored by Abuelas everywhere.
Abuelas, the new set by Antonio Banderas. Anyways, you can go on.
Me, I don't have anything to say.
So this has been crazy this week. Some of the shit that's fucking coming out. Some of this stuff's been waiting to come out for years. It was what Edward Snowden was waiting to leak. It was his original plan for WikiLeaks. So Grimmace got baptized. And he was in the baptism pool and he fucking puked. So
Other people have to use that too.
I know there was a huge line.
Yeah, he was the first one.
He was the first one. And I think when he gets really excited, he eats a lot of grass like a sick dog. So I think he was really nervous about the baptism, so he ate like a fuck ton of like alfalfa hay or something. Like some really rich, like more expensive horse hay.
Wow.
And he gets in there and something about the cold water. Like his blood, I think, averages like 190, 195 degrees. So something about the counterbalance just popped all the hay out of him. Like
Yeah, he's got hot blood.
He was like a Beanie Baby in a sandstorm. He just like fell apart. Truly brutal. There's a video of it
Haunting.
on E-Bombs World. But it was fucked up. You saw this. We were FaceTiming that dude.
Yeah.
Our friend was getting baptized with Grimmace.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was there.
Charlie.
He's like, oh man, we're all waiting here.
Yeah, they still had to go in.
Yeah,
At that point, you've committed.
I know.
And everybody was like, "Oh, we think the devil, got into Grimmace because that's religious people say things like that. They're like, oh, the
that's
devil
true.
came out of you when you threw up, or like maybe
Yeah.
you had a headache and that was Satan."
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they taught us.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. I'd be like, "Oh, my throat hurts," and they'd be like, "Well, did you pray to Satan?" I'd be like, "No, never mind. I'll go back to class."
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank God for technology.
Yeah, we know better. They just used a pool skimmer to get all the big parts of hay out. They just had everybody get back in. Anyways, it's been turmoil.
I heard that and I'm sure you did as well.
For sure.
We've got our Grimace Google alert on, but Grimace hijacked the PGA Tour.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been known to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, freaking Tiger Woods is out there, hitting him out of the park, and whatever the terms are that they use for golf, and he makes a 3-pointer, and then Grimace is like there, and he brought. Well, it was not only Grimace. It was also
of course not. He travels in groups.
in pack. It's a kind of his cult.
He's
It's a
never
pack
been
mentality.
Yeah.
It's
so God. So he has all these bunny rabbits with him, all of his that follow him everywhere. So he and all the
Literal
bunnies,
Oh.
they get to the PGA Tour and they sneak in air horns, and they all put them. They hid them in their throat. So
Oh, they swallowed them.
yeah. So then they have to like puke them back up, and then what's that? Mickey. No.
Mickey Rourke.
No.
I know he was there. he's been
There's
caddying
a
for Rory
golfer, there's a golfer
McIlroy
my
lately.
dad likes. But anyway.
Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson.
Of course.
Yes.
Why wouldn't it be?
So Phil Mickelson,
Your dad's a dad, isn't he?
And that's the only golfer, I think.
Phil Mickelson is teeing up and he's ready for his shining moment, and he and Woods are going head to head in the tour. So
They're literally, their heads are connected. And
Yeah.
and I think that's important to say.
well, they were both wearing those hats that have like the little windmills,
Oh,
and so they got caught.
yeah.
So
And
now
they
they're
couldn't take
kind
the
of-
hat off because
Yeah.
they had it balled in.
Take the hat off.
Everybody's so concerned about that.
Yeah.
It's all about image there.
So Phil is teeing up and he says, all right, this is the one. This is going to get me into the NBA Hall of Fame. And all of a sudden, bow, 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 bow. Grimace, all of his little guys. Yeah, they start shooting off air horns. And there's also pepper spray in the air horns. So then everyone feels bad, starts puking, and yeah.
Damn, so everyone barfed and shit? That's fucked.
And they shit.
Damn. And they shit?
Oh, again?
Phil.
Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Grimace, and all his bunnies.
Grimace shit too.
No.
Oh. That's cool. That's cool. I don't want to think about him like that.
No, he ate a bunch of charcoal before the match.
Hell yeah, he did. You bet your ass he ate a fuck ton of charcoal. What you talking about, girl? You know he eat charcoal like that. Whole squad be eating charcoal when Grimace is in town. Okay. This is crazy. We've all been talking Hollywood all day. This is one of the most glamorous times of year when Santa comes down, just one night to bring all the presents. And lately, we've seen a lot of great movies. Can you remember some of the ones that we've talked about in previous episodes?
I think there was Hot Mom Baseball Bat.
I think that might have got edited out.
Oh, yeah.
But we did at one point talk about Hot Mom Baseball Bat. There was the only way to spell smile is with a pepperoni on a pizza.
Something like that. Like, yeah. And then there was Jingle Smells.
Jingle Smells.
Oh, class.
Something Stinks About Christmas. I think that was
There was Sandbags and Asteroids.
The Irish Woman.
Yeah.
Medea Goes to Dallas.
Medea Goes to Dallas. That was Jack Tennant's story. Yeah. Medea does Dallas.
Medea does Dallas.
She takes over when she goes.
Well,
She
they
has
leave it
that.
open-ended. Is Dallas the place or is Dallas a person? So,
Gotta
And
wait and
then-
see. Criterion Collection.
yeah, I think that's most of the ones we've done.
Yeah, and then we watched a couple more this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what we watched last night. We watched.
Well, I probably fell asleep.
Okay, well, I watched In for a Gurgle, In for a Pound. So this is this great movie about this guy who's born too late. He was born when he was.
What does that mean?
Well, you'd have to see the movie. You were sleeping. You were too tired. You drank that Chardonnay glass of Nyquill. And so, and I kept saying, I think you've had enough. And you'll say, I'll tell you when I've had enough. You don't remember saying this? You were basically screaming it. And then you kept going, the bathroom's haunted. When are you going to fix that? And I was like, I don't know how. I have the ghost hunter. It's not helping. I videoed all this. I'll show you later. Okay, so it's called In for a Gurgle, In for a Pound. This guy's born like way too fucking late. He's like 19. And his mom.
Oh, when he's born, he's 19?
Yeah, he's like 19.
Wow.
About 19.
He comes out. So the opening scene.
What of that?
This is a Darren Aronofsky movie. So it's shot really beautiful.
So there's like really crazy close-ups of like the umbilical cord on like a 19-year-old. It's like
yeah.
umbilical cord.
Yeah, it was
like-
like that.
I love thinking about the red dress.
He said something. That was a callback that he did. And we go, okay, that was Requiem for a Dream. So it starts with that. He comes out and he goes, I want to be on television. Yeah. And, then of course, boom, the bass hits. It's that song from Annihilation. Heavy, heavy bass.
From inside from the body of
Yes.
the woman.
It's this intrascope CGI, new technology, like colonoscopy type of fucking ADR, crazy stuff. So the guy's sitting there, and he's sitting there, and he's waiting in the womb, and he's kind of looking kind of sassy, and he looks at his watch, and he goes, ooh, like,
It's been 19 years.
It's like
it's played by Rodney Dangerfield. So like, ooh, I gotta get the hell out of here. And but it's not played for laughs. It's deadly serious. This movie takes itself so seriously. So he comes out, and the mom is obviously dead. Okay, well, not in the traditional sense. She's dead like she gave up religion because she was like, God wouldn't let me have this baby for so long if like God was real. So that's a whole subtext. So it's like it's not about what you see, it's about what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So Dangerfield walks out. He's got his classic bathrobe on, and the doctor goes, he goes, oh my God, it's Rodney Dangerfield. And he goes, you bet your fucking tits it is, sweetheart. It's badass. And Rodney's famous in Hollywood for always like exposing himself. So the doctor's a guy, and he goes, come on, man, just once, just for me. You gonna show me that thing? And Rodney opens it, no penis, no balls, nothing.
Wait, the doctor?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, I'll show you yours if you show me mine. Like, okay. No penis, no balls, no tits, no ass, nothing. Completely hairless, which threw me off. Completely hairless. Not even like a belly button or anything like Kyle XY.
Like a Ken doll.
Like Smallville, I think Superman didn't have a belly button. Yeah, or a Kindle, or a Kindle, like the iPad doesn't have a belly button either. So anyways, I go, I don't got fucking time for this. And he walks out, and then it flashes title card. It goes Saigon, 1976. So this is post-Vietnam. The city's in a rebuilding period. Taxis are flying by.
What city is it?
Saigon,
Oh,
Vietnam.
I thought that was a saying.
Saigon.
Yeah.
Saigon.
I've been confused
Saigon.
for a while.
So he gets out. The taxis are going crazy, and then there's like newspapers falling from the sky after the war, and they're like,
There's babies swimming in the fountain.
There's babies doing the backstroke. It's like a whole Looney Tunes fucking things, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I go, what the fuck what does the movie think it's doing to me? You know what I'm saying? And so then it goes hard cut. And it's like, it does one of those things that like Suicide Squad does and a lot of modern horror movies do, where they take like an upbeat song and they slow it down where it's really creepy. And it's like, I don't want the world to see me. and it's Dangerfield and it goes present day. 2076. Dangerfield's walking down the barren, empty, snow-strewn streets of Denver, Colorado, and he's got his fucking trademark collar pop. He's got his guitar on his back, like inside Llewyn Davis or whatever that fucking Coen Brothers movie is. And he's de-aged. So,
he's
so
younger.
They use this new technology where he looks like 14, which is weird.
Because he would have still been in the womb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have.
Insane.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
You get years back. You get the years back that you spent in the womb.
Yeah, because it's like prison. Like you're serving. It's like Vietnam, you know? Like they come to you and they're like, do you want to serve? And I'm like, yeah. But then like you have to go back into a woman. I'm like, I don't know how that would work.
Any woman. It's not your mom.
Oh,
it's
no.
just a woman.
It's typically not your mom.
It's just, yeah.
Anyways, he walks for like an hour, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where's this guy going? And
It's in a circle.
it's in his, and you see where his footprints were before, and you're like, well, that's kind of a cool trick. And
Oh, he's like going back in his own footprints.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
The
walking
dog
backwards.
does in the snow.
in many ways. And then the doctor pulls up from the beginning, the first scene, and he's older than he was. It's a whole ass backwards thing, and he hands him a note, and it says, "You're so sick, you're gonna die so soon." And then it rolls credits.
What's the song on the credits? I Can't Be Born on the Bayou. It's always Born on the Bayou.
It was the same thing. It was a slowed down, creepy song, but it was a fun song. It was two hearts that beat as one.
What song is that?
Come on, two of hearts. But it was by like Nine Inch Nails. It was badass. No, wait, it wasn't that song. It was a different song. It was Bees in the Trap by Nicki Minaj. So it was pretty
But
sweet.
it was sung in the same voice, I feel like.
It was like sped up.
Oh.
It was like a crazy frog version.
Bees in the Trap.
Bees in the Trap. Yo, it's young Nicki. Give me your
I'm
purse,
Nicki Minaj.
and I'll give you a quickie. Yeah, it was badass shit.
Oh, dude.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
What'd you give it? 1 out of 10?
9.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Like so bad it's good.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think I fell asleep too. I don't even know if I watched it.
And how long was it?
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess. Well, I saw a movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. Hold on. Called Gumbo, dedicated to my Aunt Tammy, who passed away after slipping on a banana and falling into a boiling pot of gumbo, a memoir.
Whoa.
Wow.
That sounds heavy.
Was that the
That
the
sounds pretty
first
heavy.
or the second?
Oh, it was actually, it was the first one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The third is so much better.
Yeah. That one's gumbo. My Uncle Ricky ate Aunt Tammy. So that one, pretty disturbing. But but it's kind of an ode to Gummo. Have you seen Gummo?
No.
Harmony Korine.
Yeah. Very upsetting movie about these white trash people in this place and these really fucked up kids who like kill cats and stuff. So
It's always fucked up. Kids.
But this one is just it's actually really not like that at all. It's like they go down to the bayou, you know, and they're all these Cajun people and they're like, oh chef, fucking gumbo and the crawfish and the crawdads and then
It's Louisiana, right?
Louisiana, sure.
Oh.
Yeah. These Creole people. So it's kind of a there's not really a plot. It's just a compilation of different pots of gumbo. And
And how long was this?
It's about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
Nice 90-minute
tight
movie.
90-minute. Yeah. Yeah.
I wish more movies were like that these days.
Nothing like a 90-minute action-packed thriller. Yeah. And so.
I mean, it's no in for a gurgle, in for a pound.
No, but this is gumbo. This is gumbo. And it starts out with Aunt Tammy being like, hey, Shaw, you come over here. You give your Aunt Tammy a kiss on the mouth. I've been eating crawfish for breakfast. And
such a beautiful character.
So nuanced. In the face of adversity.
And and this is her nephew, Randy, and he is 15, and he has cystic fibrosis.
Mm-hmm. But they don't talk about it a lot. It's just kind of
it's more about the gumbo. Yeah, it's just that's just kind of a side.
But you can tell he has it.
Yeah,
it's painfully obvious.
Well, it's a documentary, chronic. So it's just real as it can be.
Oh, it's a documentary.
It's a gumbo documentary, and they play. I mean, the whole thing is kind of about there's all that what's that music. Zydeco. There's a lot of Zydeco music, like Nickelback, Sia. There's a lot of Sia, a little bit of Drake. So it's a kind of a hodgepodge of music and a hodgepodge of gumbo.
So the music is like the gumbo.
The music, yes, the music is like gumbo, and I think that's the main message. Is like. We take for granted music and we take for granted gumbo. And it really is a beautiful mixture of, roux and rice and some good bass and
sausage
and a few crawdads and a couple of high notes.
And a couple of big laughs.
And a couple of big laughs. And don't forget about Aunt Tammy. So, and that's how it ends is she
dies.
Yeah. She's at the big gumbo cook-off. And there's this huge, she accidentally started a fire. And so...
Oh, just like Grimmace. Yeah.
Just like Grimb. And now we're seeing the parallels, aren't we?
And so she's trying to heat her gumbo up. And someone was eating a banana, and they threw it on the ground. And then
God damn it.
She's running to put out the fire, slips on the banana, head first into the gumbo. And it's like about 10 foot deep, the pot. So
and she's a diver too. So I don't know why she couldn't get through this.
Yeah, but she's used to diving in cold water. So
that makes
the gumbo really threw her off. So it was pretty sad.
She sunk right to the bottom of the pot.
But you know what? She died with her little crawdad friends, and they were boiling alive in there. So. Pretty beautiful.
Some say afterwards when they all tasted the gumbo, it was the best they've ever had.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell anybody that she was in there.
They did not.
That's what she would have wanted. That's what she would have wanted.
What's the secret? What's the secret to your roux, Aunt Tammy, dude?
Her heart,
Just a little bit of flour, a little bit of spice, a little bit of Aunt Tammy.
All those veins and our areolas.
Her areolas.
Yeah, well, what's the part of the heart? The
aorta.
Aorta, yeah.
Tendrils.
I guess your areola is, in a way, a part of your heart. Because it connects to your titty, which your heart is underneath. So
beautiful.
Gumbo. You guys should see it. It's on AMC.
It's on the theater.
You just got to catch it. It'll be
Characters
on.
welcome.
It should be on like next Friday at like 6 or something.
A guy plays it outside on his laptop.
Special viewing.
Yeah.
Now, Reier, what did you see this week?
I saw a lot. I I saw a lot of movies. Probably my favorite one.
What?
I don't know why it's so funny. I didn't prepare. My favorite movie.
We didn't tell you.
So I saw it was a romance comedic romance, and it was called. Nobody really knew what it was called because there was no name. But you know, in a flash, if we're going through it quickly, it was Grimmace was in it actually. I'm so glad that we're here.
I can't believe you didn't tell us.
I just didn't know if you'd want to be bothered about it.
Me.
But really, it was, you know, really, I had a cardboard box with a TV, with a square cut out of it. And Grimmace was and Grimmace was just kind of talking to me. And he kept saying, Reier, this is a movie. And I said, I don't think so. And then he said, Reier, you know, maybe, you know, go take a shower. And I said, I don't want to. And that was the whole movie. And I really was concerned about it. That's why I was laughing. So it was a defense mechanism. I apologize. It was great. And 12 stars.
Wow. I mean, it sounds really indie.
Yeah. You know, it was
really grassroots. Yeah.
There were a lot of Indian songs in it. And it was a lot of Bollywood. I don't know if that's the same thing. But, you know, he just kept going, and I said, what? I said, hey.
He had a sitar or something?
No, well, yeah, he had that too, but he also kept, like, he would play the sitar and then he would do the, you know, like Bollywood. And then he would be like, I'm about to go to work. And I'd be like, you don't work, you know? And it's really more of a discussion, but he was in a cardboard box cut as a TV.
Whoa.
I know. It was real. You know, you'd think you'd have to pay a lot. Really, only $4,000.
A great deal.
Yeah, I had a coupon.
I can't believe. I mean, honestly, Reier, I'm a little pissed. I would have expected a phone call.
I just worry about how people perceive, you know, because I'd be like, hey guys, I'm watching this Grimmace thing. And you'd be like, right, shut the fuck up. You know, you we don't like you. Yeah, you bitch. And I'd be like, hey, never mind. You know, and that's how it always happens. I called about 12 other comedians and told them about it, and they all said the same thing.
They said, lose this number.
Yeah,
dude. I called Jim Carrey.
You better sleep with one eye open, Reier.
Yeah, and I say I already do, but I don't want to. It's just an issue I have.
Well,
14 stars. I'll change it. I'm sorry.
So it's pretty good.
It was probably the best thing I've ever seen.
It sounds, yeah, and he sings the body electric. I mean, he can really belt it.
Oh my God, it's my ringtone.
Come on.
And I'm with the prayer now.
It's Grimmace's name and also. What are we doing here?
Get in the taxi cab. So, flu season's upon us. Flu season's here in a major way, and if you know Grimmace, you know he hates the flu.
Nope.
So, Grimmace sent me a carrier pigeon with a letter on it that says, if any of you fucking assholes ever get the flu, I got 5 tips for you. So this is Grimmace's top 5 tips for flu season. Number 1, tip to get rid of the flu, grandma's old remedy. Twist of melon, pinch of sage butter, tear of pig. So, tear of pig kind of works like I used to know girls who had eating disorders who would sometimes eat eye drops and throw up a lot. Tear of pig works the same way.
Is that real?
Yes. So, this one girl in particular, and she never looked better. Okay. No, I don't know. And so that's a good one to do. And then, moving on to number 2. So I think Grimmace got kind of confused on this one. So you know how someone can scare you and it'll get rid of the hiccups? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he just said like hire someone to scare you for like 60 days straight. So it's getting scared, I guess. And in particular, he put a little thing. He CC'd someone called Meldor von Trimmens, the living scarecrow. So I guess this is some fucked up long guy. He's like long as shit. And he'll come and like rap on your windows at night until you feel better.
What's wrong with his hand?
It looks like a little mitten. Like a little mitten.
Ooh, does he have? Is it an actual mitten? He doesn't want people to see his hand. You know.
I think he's got webbed hands.
Or like finger tattoos, so he's very identifiable.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're on the mittens.
And they just say mitten.
Mitten. So number three is fucking nuts. So basically, number 3, you get a backstage pass to the Avett Brothers concert, and you pass the flu to them like It Follows. So this is an awesome one. The Avett Brothers, Grimmace fucking hates their ass. They have a long-standing feud. So get backstage passes. He will comp you for those. Those will be free. And you give the flu to the Avett Brothers. Then you want to follow them around for 2 weeks as their health slowly deteriorates, and then they realize they have Ebola. So you kind of just give them Ebola and figure out the rest later. Number 4. Number 4 is one of the most sinister ones. It's Birdcage Battle Bots. So this is one that Grimmace does every Christmas, where he gets like some of the most unwanted birds, like ugly ones that no one likes and ones that talk really loud outside your window and stuff.
Like flamingos.
Blue jays.
Yeah,
flamingos.
flamingos.
Dude, like those pterodactyls.
Chickens.
Night raptors. Yeah.
Giraffes.
Creatures of the dark, and you put them on basically like moving Beyblades, and they just fucking fight, and I think the idea is to lose so much money gambling on it, you're not worried about being sick anymore. So, like priorities, I guess.
Distraction is key.
Yeah.
When you have the flu. And that's why.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And that is why. And then number 5, who could forget? Fly to Thailand, find the most corrupt police sergeant in the entire province, and get him to kickbox your ass to death. So this sounds if like your flu is really bad. Like if you like, don't want to, I guess like it is.
Yeah. And you can't just buy a gun. You have to go
to Thailand.
Okay.
Well, and you think you could just maybe buy flu medicine, but you're
Maybe just go to the doctor.
with that amount of money, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would cost a shit ton of money, and he will not comp you for that one. That one's on your dime. Yeah.
Well, if you only got a couple days to live, you might as well go to Thailand.
Dude.
Get someone to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, just
You
beat
get to kind of
you.
have fun with it too.
Yeah.
You get to kickbox, you said, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
kickbox. But he's really good at it. The other guy, so like he will almost certainly kick your ass to death.
Yeah. Well,
Win-win.
yeah, you get to
Great
have a good
food.
time.
win-win in Thailand.
So it's one of those times.
Grimbo? Around the horn?
Grimby around the horn. One of the most devious fucking circles of goddamn retribution in the entirety of show business.
Wow.
Grimace around the horn. We tell a story piece by piece,
Oh,
and it will reach a conclusion.
And usually someone dies.
of course.
Or gets very, very gravely hurt or ill.
I'd be upset if not,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Sure.
Grimace feeds off of screams, like Randall in Monsters, Inc. So, here's some topics just fresh off the fucking presses. Goddamn, Grimace starts a slime company. Grimace puts on his best pair of dancing shoes and goes out for a night on the town with young John Travolta in 1981. Grimace fucking punches a hole in some drywall. Grimace storms Fort Knox to try to access all the gold bars. Grimace goes on a gator fishing boat with all the dudes from Deadliest Crabs.
Let's do that one. What's Deadliest Crabs?
A show I made up.
Okay.
What's the alligator show that they used to hunt alligator?
Crocodile Hunter?
Swamp People.
Oh.
Crocodile Hunter 2.
I think that's one. I think they have a lot of them. I think
That's the one with the guy.
they all have a guy.
But the guy, who's the guy?
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
You're thinking of Jeff Dunham.
Ooh.
Thinking
This puppet guy.
Jeff Foxworthy.
This happens all the time. Well, who are we going to see in Jeff Dunham? Like, no, I'm going to meet your parents for the first time. Here's one that I want to throw in there too, in case we don't want to do alligator. We can do alligator. What about Grimace goes to Tomorrow World, the biggest EDM festival in the entire world?
It's up to you, Reier. Which one
What
would
do
you
you
rather
think?
do?
I like eating. What? So the other one, he's on the boat with the crocodiles.
We can incorporate that into Tomorrow World too.
I think we do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
What do you
All
think?
right. I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The year 2081. The place Monroe, Louisiana. The clouds non-existent. 110 degrees. 10,000 ravers descend upon farmland previously owned by freaking King Julius. Wait, previously owned by Orange Julius. There's 100 Orange Julius stands. Free access for all ravers who do at least 2 fucking crazy tricks with their hula hoops. So hot. Everybody is friggin' dehydrated as all get out. Everybody arrive. Show starts. Avicii's back. Thank God. He's back from the dead. We're so stoked about it. I love Avicii. Mm-hmm. And the Chainsmokers are there. And Boys Noise. And of course, who could forget that one guy who's the Sad Jonathan. Sad Jonathan on the ones and twos, bitch. And so Sad Jonathan's doing all this fucked up music. Anyways, nighttime comes. Everybody's having a blast. Boom, barrel, down now. Everybody hears even loud. Huh? Everybody turn. They're all raving. Fucking music starts shaking, like in Jurassic Park, where they see the drop of water in the glass. Boom, barrel, down now. Huh? Everybody turn. All their hula hoop skirt. Fucking coming down the bayou. Grimace on a huge yacht. Way too big for the creek. It is fucking up all this land so bad. And the fish are just jumping out of the way. It's fucking chaos. It's a bunch of malarkey, honestly. And I thought that was funny. And Grimace had a big old yacht. I thought of the word malarkey. I was like, I'd probably have never said that in my whole life. Fucking here come the big yacht. You know how that go. Grimace on the top. He looked like fucking Marlon Brando in the island of Dr. Monroe. He's covered in white, like white baby powder paint. And he's got a bucket hat. He looks fucking stupid. Everybody started laughing at his bitch ass dude. And he fucking shoot him a glance. Everybody fucking gets so scared. They would never. He's throwing Mardi Gras beads. Boobs are out. And fucking his boobs are out. Everyone else is fully clothed. But his hangers are out. He got some work done. His tits look great. And he pulls up. He throws down one of those emergency landing airplane type of slip and slide type of deals when you go in the water, like Sully Sullenberger. Anyways. Grimace do a slip and slide, but he picked up 2 momentum, so he turns into basically a human bowling ball. Runs over about 100 people, arm, leg broken. No casualties, thank God. Fortunate, one of those happy accidents. Grimace get up, dusts the blood off his shoulder, getting Orange Julius, looks at Sad Jonathan. Sad Jonathan knows what's about to happen. And then what happens next?
Grimace gets hammered. Grimace has about 9 Orange Juliuses. Oh. And Sad Jonathan's still playing. And Sad Jonathan, he wears these big teardrops on his face, like earrings. That's his, like every like EDM guy has like a thing, right? Like Skrillex, like creepy, and then like Dead Mouse has the mouse head and spine injury now. And
does he?
Did you guys hear about that? Yeah.
No.
He got a spinal injury from wearing that mouse head for so many years. That is true. I saw that on Facebook.
That was on Facebook Marketplace.
It's like this really sincere like post of like, people said wear a mouse on your head, it'll be fun. And it's like a picture of an X-ray and his spine is like that.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Game scoliosis.
Poor dead. But
Poor Mr. Mouse.
Poor Mr. Mouse.
Poor GM.
So, did anyone used to think it was Dead Mouth 5? But anyway, so Sad Jonathan, he's playing. He plays more like, you know, he plays really like bass heavy stuff. So there's like a little bit of EDM, but mostly it's just like kind of like love songs and like, you know, really emotional stuff. And so Grimmace is hammered, and then there's this girl that comes up to him and she says, "Oh, Grimmace," and she's wearing one of those candy bras, and
cool.
Cool. She's wearing a candy bra. She's wearing an elf hat, and you know how EDM girls are. And then she offers him. She's like, "Hey, I've got this big bag of crack. Do you want some crack, Grimmace?" Like, "Girl, I'm 9 Orange Julius's, and I'd take crack from someone way uglier than you." And she's hot too. She's really hot. She looks like Olivia Colman. And
who is that?
she's in some stuff. She's like an old British lady. But
An old British lady.
yeah. And Grimmace is like, he starts smoking crack, and then he's like, "Oh my God, like I'm so motivated now. I need to do some stuff." So he's like, "Hey bitch, come to my yacht." And she's like, "Well, wait, let me get my friends." So then she gets all of her friends, which is just her dogs. She just brought all her dogs to this EDM festival.
Oh wow.
She has like 15 chihuahuas. And so
Oh no.
so I know. And her name is Sarah. So it's just Grimmace, Sarah, and the 15 chihuahuas. And so they're both on crack. Grimmace and Sarah on crack. And so they go back to the yacht, and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Here's the thing. I caught an alligator earlier today. By hand. I just grabbed him. He'd had some crack earlier in the day too. So he basically went noodling for an alligator. So he has the alligator. He's like, I got the alligator in the basement of the yacht. So he brings Sarah down there, and he leaves the chihuahuas up on the deck. You know, you want the alligator to get the little babies. So they're down in the basement, and the alligator is like pretty upset to be there, you know. And so he's like, "I need you to help me sedate this alligator." And she's like, "Well, I only have crack. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that." And she's like, "No." He's like, "I know this alligator, and all he wants is for you. He needed a hot woman who looks like Olivia Colman to sing him a lullaby, and then he'll be ready to eat." So she starts singing, "Let the rain wash down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity." It's Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff. And and the alligator, he's listening, he's like, I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm so, and then what happens?
Close it out, Reier. Put a bow on it.
I'm glad you asked, because really, so the alligator is the alligator's falling asleep, and the thing about the alligator is when he sleeps, he has to wear a sleep mask because he has what's that thing when you snore and you can't breathe?
Sleep apnea.
He has sleep apnea.
Oh, he has a CPAP.
He does have CPAP. And nobody wants the alligator's name is John, by the way, but nobody wants John to die. You know, we want to sedate him, but no need for death.
Well, okay.
in the particular case, because tomorrow he's gonna take everybody to Chuck E. Cheese, and so because that's what he does. So they're like, well, we need to get the CPAP machine, and Sarah's like, I'm not getting a CPAP machine for an alligator. Are you insane? And then Grimmace goes, because he doesn't speak, he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And and then Sarah goes, wait, what do we do? Hey, Grimmace, do you have like a mental condition? Like, why can't you speak English? And that's it's not talked about often, but Grimmace's biggest insecurity is his mental aptitude, because because in school, he was in special ed. Mostly because he didn't talk, and he was like a giant purple thing, and he went to school with humans too, which was like the weird part, right? Because you'd think that if you're a giant purple thing, you'd go to school with purple things, and he didn't, because it was like, I think it was like a zoning issue, but and that's unfortunate. But back to the present moment, he's like, well. And then Sarah was like, okay, I'm not getting the CPAP machine for the alligator. And then Sad John comes back in because he was just using the bathroom. And he takes the alligator back up the deck. And there's 15 chihuahuas, right? And then, and oh my God. Oh no. Oh, he ate all the chihuahuas.
Oh,
and
Sad Jonathan?
Yes, because he is it cannibalism with dogs?
No, I think it's just eating a dog.
Yeah, he's just a dog eater. But here's the sad part. So he ate all the chihuahuas, and he ate them with the tenacity of one of those electronic solar powered flower things that you'd see in maybe like a Hobby Lobby or like an art store. It's like it's a little flower that like when you put it in front of the sun, it dances. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He ate it. He ate it like that, and that made it weird. And and then Grimmace woke up, and he walked up the stairs. And when he got to the top, he saw all the dead carcasses. Because Sad John didn't really eat the dogs. He kind of just like ate the inside. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to end this or when to end it.
You can make someone die or
What does
leave.
Grimmace do when he sees the wrath of God in front of his face with these dogs?
He converts
to Judaism.
Yeah, well, to Judaism, but also to pretty much every religion. He hits real fast, and then at the end of it, he, I believe, was crucified, and that's God as we know it. The end.
Yay!
Woo, good job.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy. Cool.
Well,
Thanks.
that was it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks for coming
Happy
on,
Grim
Reier.
Day.
Do you want to plug your stuff? Anything?
I don't know when does it come out. I don't know if I have
Thursday.
any. I probably don't have anything. It's
Okay.
fine. Thanks.
Follow Reier on Instagram. Reier Cameraman.
She's awesome. All right.
Happy Grimace Day. Bye.
Bye.